morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Afro Scientific Spirituality. My name is West, and today I'll be talking about the science of the Mudra Bead, which is this, and the misconception of holiness. Today, I want to talk about why this bead is very, very important. This is a bead that we normally use for meditation in the spiritual world. It is the most important element or item that everyone that wants to practice any form of spirituality needs. You need to have this bead. This bead is a very simple item, but it is very, very complicated at the same time, in the sense that it is used for repetition of words, saying of mantras, yantras, chants, incantations, affirmations, postulations, spell casting, programming, and praying. It is a very, very important tool. It is highly indispensable. That is why you can see that almost every religion in this world must have a bead, because they can't do it without it. The Christians have their own, they call the rosary. The Muslims have their praying bead. The Jews have theirs. The Buddhists have their own beads. This is actually a Buddhist bead. The Hindus have theirs. Even La Santissima Moiete have their own praying rosary. Almost every religion, if you want to take your spiritual life serious, you need to have something that you will need, a very powerful tool that the aspirants need to practice, because actually 70% of the work we do as a religion or spirituality is inward, inside your mind, psychological. You need to focus. It's all about changing your mind, altering perception, making use of your imagination, trying to see the unseen. So you need a tool to focus that attention. What this bead does is that it will give you that focus. Okay? So if you want to take your spiritual life serious, you must have this tool. This is your first thing, the only thing you will need actually that will guide you through your life path. This is what you will need. So it is very, very important. Okay, very, very important. And using of this tool has nothing to do with holiness, that you have to be pure, you have to be pious in a way, you have to abstain from sex, you have to not drink or smoke or be in a certain way, like the way these religious folks pretend that they are holier than thou, holier than you, they are chosen by God, while you are just a petty sinner. That is another misconception. What you need to know is practice, 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 and skill. Spirituality don't really have much to do with holiness. Most times it have nothing to do with holiness. It has to do more with focus of your mind and your will. You can see so many people with very bad characters, very wicked, ruthless people in religion, in spirituality. Some people that don't even have conscience, but you can see that they are very, very good in spiritual practice. They can cast spells, very powerful spells. It has nothing to do with spiritual, with holiness. That is a misconception from the right-hand path folks. People, practitioners that are claiming that you have to be holy to be a practitioner, they don't know what they are saying. And if you look at the character of those people, many of them are very, very wicked and arrogant. The main bone of contention I have with asceticism, that is the belief of the abstinence from worldly acquisition, living in your, as a holy man, you have to live in your monastery. It's easier to be holy when you are in the monastery, when you are not in the outside world. You are not distracted by what you see every day. If you are a man, you are not distracted by beautiful women, by the trappings of wealth, by the daily dealings, the struggle of living, going out and facing challenges of getting a job, getting a family, getting a house, taking care of what you own, running a business. It's actually easy for those monks. Real spirituality is in actually facing the challenge of outside world of life and conquering those challenges. That is what makes you a very powerful spiritual human being. You cannot claim to be a powerful spiritual human being when you have never seen any challenge in life. That's why I look at those monks in the monastery. Most times, you as an individual that is living your everyday life, facing challenges, you are more powerful and more holy than those people that are in their monastery, that have never had any single experience of living a real life. Okay? You should know this. I will see some magicians or some spiritualists saying that that sex is sinful, drinking alcohol once in a while is sinful, living as a normal human being is sinful, the best way is to go to a monastery and hide yourself. It's just like a soldier. You say you want to become a soldier, you go to the barracks, you did all the training, all the professional specialist training, weapons acquisition, offense and defense, everything. You learned all the skills of being a warrior, but you have never been to battle, you have never left the barrack. You are calling yourself a field marshal of war, where you have never fought anyone in your life. What kind of soldier is that? A soldier that did not even have that kind of training, but I've seen many battles, have more experience, more power, more authority than you that have not fought any battle in your life, that is just an armchair soldier. So those spiritualists you see in the temples that are hanging around from morning till night, meditating to oblivion, claiming that they have spiritual masters, but have never lived real life, they have never conquered, done anything in this real life. For me, they don't have use in this world. They are useless people. You as an individual that is struggling every day, facing the waters of life, fighting the wave of life, hustling for your family, putting food on the table, trying to do the right thing in this life, you are more powerful than those people you see in their temples that have never attempted any form of living. You say you are a spiritual person. I have seen so many spiritual masters on Facebook, YouTube. There are so many of them. You see them every day claiming to know one thing, talking, working with spirits. Some even claim spirits are washing plates for them, doing dishes for them. But look at their physical life. They have not been able to use their spiritual power to manifest any worthy thing in their life. Most of them, those my Facebook, YouTube magicians, I have to say this, most of them don't have a house. You call yourself a master magician, you talk with spirits every day, but you have not been able to manifest your own personal house. They don't have a house. Some don't even have a car. If they have, they don't even have a good car. Many of them are struggling from paycheck to paycheck. If not, they are living on social security. And you say you have magic powers. They don't even have, some don't even have a partner. They are single, struggling with loneliness. Many of them are struggling with drug addiction. And you say you have some spiritual powers. What is your spiritual powers doing for you? Before you say you want to help somebody that you are a spiritual master, you have been able to have a balance in your physical and spiritual life. That is what it's all about, balancing both of them. We humans, are spirits in flesh, in this meat. We came from on high, for wherever we came from, to experience life in human form in flesh. So we need to have a balance between the physical and the spiritual. That is what we use this to do, to meditate. When we focus, we go into the darkness. You close your eye, what you see is darkness. In the beginning there was darkness, and darkness is not evil. There's a difference between evil and darkness. This is a story for another day. You focus, you try to create this balance by imagining becoming the things you want to be in this life. That is what we use this for. So you must be able to, as a real spiritual master, you must be able to conquer your physical environment and your spiritual environment. If you claim you are a spiritual master, but you have not been able to master the art, or you have not been able to conquer your physical environment, then you are just a Star Trekker. You are just somebody that living in your imagination. You see many of these people claiming the world is an illusion, the world is an illusion. The world is not exactly an illusion. If I hit you with a needle or a knife, you will bleed, you will feel the pain. The world is real. Okay? We have work to do in this earth. We have responsibility to make this earth a living paradise. We have work to be living gods, to conquer this earth, to accept our will, to dominate and move this earth to a higher place. So we have responsibilities. We cannot just be living like people that are not contributing anything to this world, claiming that the world is worthless, nothing matters in the world. Who told you nothing matters in the world? If nothing matters in the world, why don't you just commit suicide and die and leave the space? Stop occupying space and wasting natural resources and wasting our oxygen if nothing matters. Commit suicide and just go and leave the rest of the world from us. You see some people, some of these so-called spiritual masters, they are claiming that nothing, really everything is vanity in the world. You sit down from morning to night, meditating for hours, 3 hours, trying to connect back to divinity. This is the whole philosophy of mysticism. This is why I'm not a mystic. This is why I don't like mysticism. I look them like people that are drug addicts that don't take drug. There's no difference between a mystic meditating for 5 hours a day and somebody that takes cocaine and blacks out for 5 hours of the day. For me, there's no difference between those, because both of them are not contributing to humanity. They are not contributing in developing this world. They are not contributing in moving this world forward. How can you say you come here, God or divinity or wherever you come from, have given you this opportunity to manifest in human form, in this flesh as a spirit? Then you come to this world, instead of you building, contributing, creating like other people, you are sitting from morning to night, meditating to lotus flower. Wasting your time under this sun, saying you want to transcend back to where you come from. Why did you come here in the first time? That is wrong spirituality. That is wrong. In me, it is very, very wrong. It is no different from a drug addict that takes drugs every day, that waste their life. So that is not the right way to practice spirituality. You go there in your brain, you float to different places of your imagination, where you can be Superman, where everything is perfect El Dorado. You waste your time, then you come back and you look down at us as we are fools. We that are struggling, living real life, experiencing real life, like we know nothing. So what have you contributed to this planet by doing that thing? In your imagination, you are spreading love that I cannot see. When people are dying all over the earth, you are doing nothing physically to stop evil from winning. You say you are meditating, you are wishing love to them. What kind of dirty spirituality is that? For me, that is madness, to be honest, partial and full madness. But you see people claiming this. I see many people in the East practicing this. I'm seeing some New Age yogis, religion, they say that is the way to go. That is not the way to go. Real spirituality is becoming a living deity, taking control of your life, taking control of this physical world, standing in the gap, actually doing things, practicing things, fulfilling your physical and spiritual obligations, which need balance. So what you need there is common sense and the basic skills of doing it. That is why in my channel I focus on common sense approach to spirituality, not mumbo jumbo, because I believe spirituality should be based on common sense and science. That is how you rule the world. Look at the people, the nations we call world powers controlling the world, actually creating things for people. They are using common sense. Look at Japan, look at China, look at America, see the things they are building, see the technology. People that sit in lotus flower for 7 hours a day do not do those things. Look at ancient Egypt, see how they built things. Look at ancient civilizations. These are people that did not sit on lotus flower for morning till night. These are people that actually go into the world, experience things, discover things, make trial and error, tried many times, failed many times, and they were able to succeed. That is how you should live life, okay? What you need is skill, and what will give you that skill of balance is this very thing, okay? The seeds in this, the original composition is 108. You need to get this bead for you to get this skill. I will teach you how to get this skill. You don't need to be, don't let anybody deceive you that you have to be pious. You can have sex every day. Some human beings, they are weak. They cannot be able to resist things. They don't have strong self-control. They cannot be able to resist sex. They see a beautiful woman, they just go crazy. I can see 50 beautiful women, I will not go crazy. Okay, everybody has different will. If your will is weak, don't mean you have to push that your weak will on other people. People have different capacity. Okay, I've seen so many weak magicians talking about these things. They cannot handle little things in life, and yet you have not even seen war. They have not seen war. They have not seen hard living. Ordinary sex, you can't handle it, and you want to become a spiritual master. That is very, very sad. So, for the mystery of this bead, it is 108 seeds that are here, 108. That is the right composition, and there's a significance, there's a method to this. If you calculate the diameter of the sun to the earth, the size of the sun in diameter, you have to measure it. So, the diameter of the sun to the earth is 108, meaning if you want to measure the distance, 108 sun will be in the space from where the sun is now to the earth. So there's a spiritual significance to that. Then if you also measure the distance from the moon to the earth, it's also 108 in diameter. So ancient scientists have been able to discover this principle. So they made this bead to be exactly 108. So when you are doing this, you are actually trying to attune with the rotation of the sun and the moon to this earth. In other words, you are trying to harmonize the universe to yourself, to live in harmony with the universe, with the rotation. So that's why you need the 108. But if you don't have 108, you have any other composition, because people just do fake beats now. They think that there's no science to it. You can still use them for meditation. It's all about rotation and repetition. You can use this to vibrate to any deity. You just get the name of that deity and keep repeating and keep repeating and keep repeating. And when you get to a certain level, you will now start seeing or opening the veil to connect with whatever you want to become. Anything you want to imagine, prosperity, love, security, you just need to bring vibration in tune with that thing, and you go on the same level, and you are able to call that thing into your life. That is one of the secrets of this thing. And when you want to use it for your meditation, you have to hold it like this, okay? This is how you hold the bead. This is called the head, the beader bead. You don't cross it when you're meditating. You never cross this part. When you get to the end, you stop and then you twist the bead you twist it backwards. You never cross that side. And you don't use this hand to count it. According to the legends, this is the accused finger. This is the finger you use to curse people. You use to condemn people. So this finger burns the bead. Okay? You don't use this finger to rotate it. You use the second one. So you must hold it like this. Then you start counting. One, counting, you focus, you relax your body totally. You keep meditating. You just keep going backwards, focusing, keep repeating the name of the deity. Any deity you want to contact, just keep repeating their name and you keep going backwards. If it's affirmation, I am attracting open and loving relationship, I am rich, I am worthy, I am love, I am free. You keep repeating. You do this for 108 times because it's 108 beats. Now, for you to master the beats, you have to try to do this every day. Maybe you are trying to contact a deity. You want to become more like that deity. You like the spirit, you like the characteristics of the spirit. You want to be like them. You have to call their name every day. Vibrate the name every day. If you do this 180 for 30 days, that will be 3,240 times. Okay, that is once a day. In most monasteries and most mystery schools, because they're already living there, they have time more than you. They don't have jobs. What they do is just to meditate every day, claim to be spiritual masters. They do this 10 times a day. 10 times a day is 1,080 times. If you rotate it 10 times a day, 1,080 times. So, for you to reach a certain level whereby you can be able to drop in trance easily, to drop into trance, you must have done this for 10,080 times. If you are going to job or work every day, you don't have time to do it 10 times a day, try 3 times a day to do this bead. Within 3 months, you'll be able to go into trance very easily. If you are very active, you will start hearing, seeing things from the other side, hearing voices. You will be able to easily go into that mode. Your psychic senses will start developing. Those gifts that you have that you have not been able to pay attention to or you have not been using due to the struggles of life, they will start activating. You will start changing. Yes, you will start becoming more in attunement with the universe. Your intelligence, your special abilities, the gifts and talents that you have in you naturally will start coming out. Okay? Everybody have different talents. My talents might be different from your talent. Your talent will be different from mine. So this will surely bring out your talents. Everything that you have in you that is hiding, good and bad, if we bring them to the forefront, it's going to expose them. It's that easy. Once again, you don't need to go to any deity, any native doctor, any spiritualist. It is just pure skill. You don't need to change your life. If you can control your habits, it will also help you to control them. If you have bad habits you want to stop, you can also use this to stop your bad habits as well. You can use it for so many operations. So it's the most important thing in the spiritualist life. That's why I always advocate you must have your bead if you are serious. If you don't have this bead and you say you practice spirituality, I will know that you are not serious because you don't meditate. You have not started the practice. You see masters, mystics, all of them always have the bead. They never play with it. You never play with it till you die. And it's very, very powerful. You can program this bead with any intention. You can program it to do things for you. The more you use it, the more it gets stronger, the more it gets more powerful, the more it works for you. With time, it will take its own life, it will take its own spirits. Some people call it a living snake. I totally agree with that. So this is not an ordinary item. The look is very simple. It is very, very powerful item and you need to have yours. And once again, you don't need to be holy, pious. Those pretenders that try to holy their until they are better than you. It is pure skill and will that you need. Skill. Okay? I've seen most magicians talking that sex is bad. I've been doing videos on sex. Some people are thinking that maybe I'm a pseudo practitioner. You will come to Africa, you see native doctors that have 10, 20 wives. They have sex every day, but they are more powerful than a man that have not had sex in their life. You come to try them spiritually, they will wipe your ass with the floor. We have people, real practitioners, people like Felani, Kulako Kuti, people like Ogundele of ancient Nigeria. I've seen many practitioners. In Africa, we never have problem with sex and spirituality. Those people that are saying spirituality, sex weaken their spirituality, they are weak men. Pure weaklings, that is what you are. A real soldier lives in war, okay? You prosper, you dine, you go to war with all your spiritual power and spiritual abilities, and you overcome and you come back home. You cannot claim you are a soldier, you have never been to war. You're hiding in your monastery, talking trash. Come to training from your monastery, let's see your skill, who have more sharper skills. You that have never been to war, that goes to war every day. Let's see who is going to succeed in life. You see people that come to this heads. 2 people on a beach. One gets into the boat, go into the sea to overcome the storm. The other one never gets onto the boat. Who is more valuable to life? Who have more experience in life? Who have actually lived in life? That is how you need to see yourself. As a spiritualist, as a balance. So most of you out there that are living your everyday life, you are even more better than those people that have never left their monastery, that have never lived their life. So you need to know this. Don't fall for their fake trappings. Don't fall for their lies. Okay? You are better than them because you go to war every day and you overcome with the little things you know. Tell them to come out from their monastery to live physical life if they can survive for 3 months or 6 months without their spiritual powers. If they can be able to abstain from sex or from doing the things that we see every day they call as sin. Let's see how they will fare. Most of the time they just fall and crack. I've seen it before. Okay? So this is what I have for you today. Get your beads and start programming your consciousness to a higher level. Learn this skill. It is very, very valuable. I do this every day. I meditate. This is one of my greatest secrets. I have told many people, but if you are lazy, you will not be able to do it. You have to commit yourself. Spirituality is not free. It is not a simple path. It's not a candy path. You have to put some work inside, some sacrifice. Nothing is free in this spiritual world. So you cannot just sit on your lap and expect things to fall. If you are having that kind of mentality, you are going to be defrauded by so many spiritualists. You need to put in the works, okay? You need to get your beat, get your mind straight, get your things in check, okay? So this is what I have for you today. Questions and comments are welcome. And like and share this video, subscribe to this channel, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Take care and bye.